Switching gears now, we continue to dry out after a wet weekend. Thanks for joining us. I'm Shannon Heggie.
I'm Mike Montecalvo. Yesterday we saw some heavy rain and more street flooding, as you can see here, and a lot of that water ended up in people's basements. We checked back at East Providence and Cranston today. Our Stephen Matregrano is live in the weather yard tonight with the latest. Stephen?
Yeah, Mike, I spoke to one local East Providence resident who tells me that he spent all of today cleaning up those floodwaters out of his backyard, and he says that this is not the first time that this has happened.
Every moderate to heavy rainfall, it happens.
When Alex Da Silva tried to get home last night,
the water would have been up halfway to my door, guaranteed.
Alex has lived in this neighborhood for about 18 years. He says the flooding is getting worse as the heavy rains become more frequent. Da Silva told me that the water builds up on his street and then spills over into nearby neighborhoods that are downhill, affecting the entire neighborhood.
Definitely getting a lot worse, especially since the development of the rest of the street. Used to be a lot more trees and everything like that, but now since all the asphalt brings all the rain down to this one area, definitely floods a lot quicker.
The recent heavy rains impacted other cities across the state, including Cranston, where officials are looking into potential ways to combat the flooding.
It is the flash flooding that does seem to be the problem that we experience in various areas of the city. Atwood Avenue would be a hot spot, if you will, along with the several places along Oaklawn Avenue.
Anthony Moretti with the mayor's office says that the flooding is an issue that can be fixed, but it's just a matter of costs and who's paying for it.
A more long-term solution would be quite expensive, be millions of dollars. It's a matter of expense and cost to taxpayers that they're willing to pay.
When flooding happens, Moretti says just use common sense.
Common sense or social engineering should be involved beyond civil engineering.
Now, Cranston city officials tell me that they are working on short-term and long-term solutions to the problem, and that we'll be looking at better ways to hopefully combat those floodwaters. Now, Tony, the big question is, are we expecting any more rainfall that could potentially lead to flooding in the near future?